Hi, everybody. This is lguditis, otherwise known as Dr. G. And I just wanted to give you a welcome video to get us started, kicked off for this residency that's coming up in a few weeks in Dallas. And this is my fourth time to facilitate the Track 1 residency, and I just love it. I have the opportunity to do Track 2 as well, but for some reason I just feel like Track 1 is a good match for me. There's a lot of, oftentimes people come in, I don't want to increase your anxiety, but sometimes people come in feeling a little anxious, and I think, I really like working with this group and hopefully easing some of those anxieties instead of increasing them. There are a lot of role plays, and I think maybe that's one of the things that kind of freaks people out a little bit is, when you say role play. And I remember, years ago that I used to feel the same way, but actually the role plays that we do in residency are very, at least in Track 1, are, I haven't done Track 2, so I don't know about that for sure, but they're very low key. I'm a pretty laid back person. I recognize some names in this group, so while I haven't met any of y'all face to face, those of you who've been in the classroom with me, course room, know that I'm pretty laid back about things. So anyway, I want to create a somewhat relaxed environment. There's a lot that goes on, and it all happens pretty fast, and we're on a very strict schedule. When we're at residency, there's not a lot of wiggle room because there's a lot to do in those days that we're there. So, but in all that, I try to be pretty laid back and create a safe space for y'all to explore and to practice and get to know each other and things like that. But I love it. I love finally getting to see people face to face, and also just not just the learners, but also the instructors, other instructors. That gives me a chance to see the people that I only really get to see at residencies. So we've done something new in the last couple of quarters where actually last quarter was the first time we did it, where this course room, this pre-residency course room, while it's not required, it's the participation in there is 10% of your grade. So, if an A doesn't really matter to you, then, you don't really have to participate, but I encourage you to, because what it does really is give you kind of a head start in what it's going to be like to be in residency. And I am going to schedule a couple of meeting times where we can get on the Adobe Connect meeting room, in the Adobe Connect meeting room, and talk, visit a little bit with each other. Number one, so we can see each other like this, we'll be on camera, and also to just get to know each other a little bit, and the technology, because the technology in the Adobe Connect meeting room is what you're going to be using as you move forward into your field work. So the webcam is something that you're going to have. If you don't have one built into your computer, it's something that you're going to need to have. And I've seen them at Target and Walmart for really maybe about $30. I know we're all on budgets and things like that, but relatively speaking, and because you're going to be using it for 3 or 4 quarters, it's really not that. Actually, maybe 5 quarters, I guess, if for those of you who have to or get to do resident or internship 3. But anyway, we can talk more about that. But you'll want to have a video camera if you don't have one already. So during the next 3 weeks, I'm going to schedule a time for us to meet, probably a daytime time or maybe a weekend time, and then a weeknight. So hopefully, those of you who work and have families and all that, we can find a time where you can meet. Again, the activities are not required, but highly encouraged. And while the discussion boards aren't graded per se, you do get a participation grade, so to speak, credit for your participation. So anyway, let's see, in at residency, as far as what you might, you really don't need to bring anything as far as books or anything like that. They do provide the a book of it's a binder of what's going to be going on each week. I mean, each day during the week, each hour, each minute, really. But so that's provided for you. They say to bring your laptop, and I mean, you'll probably want it in your room, or maybe you won't. Usually, the hotels have a business center if you need to use the computer, for emails and things. But there's really, since we're going to be in between quarters, there's not really a compelling reason why you need to be on the computer. But I always take my computer with me, and I'll have it. So a lot of times, we'll be having a discussion, and we'll get stuck on a word or a model or something, and I'll just Google it really, quick. And so, I always have my computer in the rooms for that. But I can't think of really any time that anybody in any of the residencies has had, really needed to have their computer with them. So that's just one less thing, unless you just, like me, can't go anywhere without your computer. Let's see, let me think if there's anything else. There will be evaluations. In my faculty expectations message, there's a breakdown of what all the scores are for, the points and, how that's going to count and everything. And then percentages. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Attire. They ask really for business casual. I've seen people, and we're in Dallas in June, so it's hot. Although we're going to be in meeting rooms all day, and it can tend to be cool in there, especially when they're trying to offset the heat from the outside. So, I would recommend maybe even if, you want to bring a light wrap or something like that, just in case that it's cold in the rooms. We try to keep it regulated so that, you wouldn't need to be covered up because we're going to be moving around, doing role plays and things like that. So, if you don't, I think you'll be fine. But anyway, what the attire, they say business casual, which really, I would say, definitely no shorts or things like that, but maybe, capris with some nice sandals or something like that. But be comfortable because we're going to be sitting and then moving, around in groups and things. But you want to be comfortable, but professional. And let's see. Also, back to the role plays. I said something again about role plays, but you won't really be doing anything in front of the whole group. We start off with you and another person, and then we move to you and two other people, and you and three other people. The most, usually, we have so far 16 in the group, so we'll be having at the most 4 groups of 4, and then from time to time, and what won't be till the end of our week together, that somebody who's willing might get maybe with me or one other person and do what we call a fishbowl, where you're actually in the center of the group doing a role play. But nobody's required to do that, but usually there's a couple of brave souls who are willing to do that. But for the most part, you're just in small groups, and then I'm just going around, observing, so I can give you some feedback and things. There are faculty liaisons there who, if you have trouble or if you feel like you're being not really getting something or mastering something that you feel like you should be, you can come to me and I'll get you with the faculty liaison who will work with you on an individual basis and it doesn't mean you're less than, or it's not remedial or anything like that. It's just to help you build. Usually it's just about a confidence issue, and they will help you build your confidence so that you can feel like you're really on top of it. And of course, this is your track 1. This is your first time to get to really practice these skills that you've been learning about in your coursework. And so nobody expects you to be like so knowledgeable and adept at your counseling skills. This is really about just really for the first few days we're just joining and building that therapeutic alliance, which really is one of the very most important things you can do. So it's not anything that that you need to be on top of or have practiced at all. That's what we're doing this for. So anyway, I'm going to go because this is really getting long, and I'll say all this stuff again once we meet in Dallas. So it'll be repeated. It'll probably be repeated in our meeting too. So I will go for now, and I will see you soon. I'll see you in the meeting room when we meet, and I'll give you instructions on how to do that, a URL to get into the room and all that. And I guess that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Send it to Ask Your Instructor in the discussion area, or I'm setting up private feedback for everybody too. So if it's something that you don't want everybody to see, then you can put it in your private feedback. All right. Take care. Talk to you all soon. Bye.